Okay, local swell trackers, a windy Wednesday, March 7th. I'm back, and here we get out there into the water. This low pressure that's moving back up into the Gulf brought us some serious weather and serious waves and Kona winds, just sending the windward side off its face yesterday with 8-foot waves and stiff offshores. But a ton of groundwater runoff, etc., etc. A lot of high pressures up here to our north and northwest, especially taking a lot of these storms on their track way up here by the Aleutians as they end their track up into the Gulf. And the overall scenario is more northerly swells to northeasterly swells and strong trade winds, like a spring type pattern, and not our typical seasonal west-northwest with long period. That's all changing as I'm going to show you the dropping jet stream, which is good news for not next week but the following week. So again, I'm going to click in the animations. I just wanted to give you the quick synopsis here. High pressure is causing a lot of this, but not to stop a lot of the low pressures that have been forming right on top of us, creating a lot of, oh man, every advisory in the book. Clicking on the animations, let's stop them. You can see here in about 4 days, high pressure, strong one sitting around, an eddy or a low pressure pinches off here right by the islands. That's going to bring a lot of rain and iffy weather this weekend, starting as early as Friday. That could enhance the north swell over the weekend to bigger heights. It does move off to the west as it shows here. High pressure staying put. Serious swell coming over to the west coast. We're not going to see much of that at all. And then we see a high pressure continuing all the way through the forecast period. I'll back up here one notch. And you can see there's not any big blobs that we like to see moving off of Japan in that 20 to 40 degree latitude, crossing the date line here at 180. Right here is about 1,200 miles away. We love them when they cross here. Instead of seeing the big yellows and reds, we're seeing the blues. Just the opposite. It's almost like a summer pattern there. That will be changing here in hopefully about 10 days. Alright, let's take a look at the swell periods. You can see some south swell starting to come up to California. We get a little sideband swell maybe for Tuesday, Wednesday, and a better shot of south swell moving up our way. I'm going to show you the storm that's going to create that secondary south-southwester. The one on Tuesday, Wednesday could be, chest high, and the next one could be head high, and that'll be about the 17th. So next week a little pulse, and then on the 17th, which is next Saturday after this coming one. And then the swells coming down from the north pack. Well, there's not a whole lot of them showing up here on these, showing the more wintry south swells coming up, but there comes those norths clipping us. Now these are all punching us up in that advisory level range. The one on Monday, could be 6 feet out of the north, and overall the swell trains are not moving in over here from off Japan like we normally see them. Let's give you a closer look. Here we are over here in the bottom right of your screen, about 20 north. We can see a lot of the arrows pointing down from the north of what we've been seeing, peaking out Monday at 12 feet and then 8 plus on Tuesday, and then down to about 6 feet today, Wednesday. And here's what we got coming. You can see more north swell there, a smaller period. The greens are showing about 11 seconds, 10 to 11 seconds worth of northeast swell over Thursday, Friday. Some more regular north swell filling in on Monday. So let's get these going here. You can see that's the one for Monday, Tuesday, and that's looking good about for 15-16 second periods. And we click in the animations, we can see something a little bit better showing up here in the models, and that would be for next Thursday. We'll wait as we get closer to that one. It's a little bit far off, but all mostly northerly angled energy through the 7 to 10 day forecast period. Okay, here's those storms I was telling you about. These guys are coming up off the rise ice shelf straight south of us here and creating some waves for California and a little bit of sideband swell for us. So here comes the 1-2 punch. This will be the better one for the 17th, and hopefully that one will get up head high. It should be long periods, and we like those long period swells. Alright, the jet stream. See a lot of blues up here. See the jet stream coming up and over us thanks to all these blocking high pressure zones, and then we see the jet start to elongate, consolidating out past the date line. And let me stop that and go back. You'll see right here that that will bring us back into the more high level west-northwest, northwest swells. That's what we're going to count on. But past the middle of March, well past the middle of March, before we can look forward to that. Down under is still fairly zonal or west to east in the flow, with a few exceptions. And the surface charts. What we got going here are these high pressures spinning clockwise. The low pressures go counterclockwise. And these lows have been sandwiched in between these big high pressures, increasing the pressure gradient between them. And you see where there is isobars coming down, pointing right on top of us. These fetches are getting to under 300 miles of us, leading to, again, advisory level heights, in fact, warning level heights that we've seen this week and including today. The high pressure will stay put. Lows will try to come up and over it, and we're looking better. Let's give it about 2 weeks for things to get back to more normal winter conditions. Now we're going to go to the upper level regions, showing features 20,000 feet and up. The brown regions are showing the dry sinking air, or the high pressures situating here. But the upper regions are definitely showing the jet stream flows just the opposite of the lower lying surface level winds. And you can tell the upper and lower regions are pretty packed with clouds and weather, and that's going to increase once again Friday and Saturday. The models are in good agreement. A lot of moisture coming for Friday and Saturday. And things are going to not normalize really till next Tuesday if you want to get your suntan on. Drilling down, you can see again the upper regions flowing just the opposite as the lower regions. Fairly typical, but what's not typical is the amount of clouds. Highs are going to be in the upper 70s, lows in the upper 60s till further notice, and we do have quite a bit of rain off and on as the reflective loops show. Okay, that's the update. Dominant north swells, better long range for the west northwests, pinch of south swells in the mix for next week and next weekend, and we will certainly let you know right here at surfnewsnetwork.com. Thanks for being here. We'll catch you back here next Thursday.